Yes.
Yeah.
Goonies.
Goonies what?
Another Goonies movie. I want to see all the gang come back.
You know, yes, Barbara Streisand is starring in it as the lead role, and and Leonardo DiCaprio is now going to play it.
Is there a documentary that guy made? Which he went to all the Goonies sites across where you guys filmed, and he did a documentary, his road trip with his friends. He went to like the house.
Wasn't I in it?
I don't know.
No, I know there's one out there.
It's on YouTube. You can check it out.
It's really good. I did do an interview for somebody who did that. No, look, we would all love to see a Goonies sequel made, but see, what we did with Lost Boys was we kind of backed into the right recipe, you know, really. Like, we did the original film, everybody loved it, we all wanted to make a sequel, 20 years passed, it never got made. Warner Brothers, for whatever reason, got itchy and said, hey, gee, wouldn't it be great to continue that franchise and let's make a sequel? And they did, and it wasn't very good. And then we all had to kind of backpedal and make a really good one to make everybody happy again and love us. I don't think we would make that mistake with Goonies. With Goonies, we all already know what kind of sequel it would need to be. It holds a very, very, very special place in the hearts and minds of people all over the world. I mean, Lost Boys, you know, you have a little bit more leverage, like as far as like slip room. You know what I mean? There's a little bit more of a gray area because it's an adult film. Because it's, you know, it's a vampire, it's horror, it's, you know, sex and comedy and all that kind of stuff. It is literally, honestly, in Warner Brothers' estimation, the greatest film in their entire family catalog. So, you know, a movie like that that's so special to so many people, you can't just make a straight-to-DVD sequel. It's not going to work. Even in this day and age where DVD promotion is almost as strong as theatrical promotion, it's not going to hold up. It's got to be done for, you know, at least $50 million.
I put it up there with Raiders.
Yeah, thanks.
I do.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't go and make some crappy or even maybe mediocre mid-level sequel. It's got to be better than the first. And that means it's got to be Spielberg, it's got to be Donner, it's got to be the entire original cast, or it's a no-go. And by the way, everybody that I just mentioned would love to see that happen. But it's really the folks at Warner Brothers who are holding on to that original with their lives.
You're good at that.
You know, they don't want to make it.
What do you think needs to be in the sequel? Besides bringing back the original cast from a story perspective, what do you think? How would you envision that being?
You know, we've gone through many different ideas. There's been scripts written. There's been a lot of different, you know, versions of what it could be. At the end of the day, what would I see as being a sequel? I would see it being, obviously, you know, we're not kids anymore, so it would have to be all the kids who are now grown-ups together, and I would imagine them having their own kids, and their own kids are a bit mischievous, and they go off and have their own adventure, and somehow we get sucked into it and you're really pissed off about it. That would be, you know, what I would think would make the most sense. But, that said, it's still probably never going to happen.
And then, you've been in the business as long as I've been alive, it seems like. But how has movie marketing changed in promoting films, like the internet and like social networking? How has it affected how you do your job?
I'll put it to you this way: when we announced this new event that we're throwing, you know, with the help of Live Nation and Warner Brothers, my friends over at Live Nation said, "Where's your Twitter account? Where's your Twitter? You've got to be on Twitter if you want to promote this thing." So, by course of nature, I now have a Twitter account, so you can all follow me at Corey Feldman. Oh wait, it's Corey_Feldman. At Corey_. I'm still getting it down.
Spell out underscore.
Yes, yes. UNDER. But anyway. Yeah, but yeah, no, it is obviously it's interwoven in how we market these things. I mean, look around you. You know, obviously it's all about multimedia and creating a social networking, live, interactive experience so people can feel more connected. I mean, in the '80s when we did movies, and if you just look at the celebrities of that time, the imagery of what was happening in the celebrity world, it was all about smoke and mirrors. It was all about, you know, we wanted stars that were unattainable, that were unreachable. That's why Michael Jackson was the biggest thing on earth. But nowadays, it's about who's the most real, who's the most down to earth, who's in your face, who's there, who you can touch, feel, taste. Yeah, well, not taste, but maybe.
There he is.
But anyway, that's the point. The point is that, you know, it has evolved and it has changed quite a bit. And I think that's why what we're doing here now is so important, because it's about keeping that thread, that connection, which is why you'll find I write a blog, I have Facebook, I have MySpace, I have Twitter, and all of those things, because I like to reach as many people as I can.
Do you think it's harder or easier now?
To do what?
Well, just because you got to maintain so many different networks versus in the past, all you had to do is show up at a hotel.
Well, it's a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that. No, I love the direct response with fans. I love the interaction. And, hey, I've even been lucky enough to get a couple dates out of Facebook. So, yeah. Not a bad thing.